Hello and welcome back to our continued reading of The One and Only Ivan. Today we're actually going to pick up on page 82 and continue through page 90. Stella and Ruby. All morning, Stella strokes Ruby, pats her, smells her. They flap their ears. They rumble and roar. They sway as if they're dancing. Ruby clings to Stella's tail. She slips under Stella's belly. Sometimes they just lean into each other, their trunks twirled together like jungle vines. Stella looks so happy. It's more fun to watch than any nature show I've ever seen on TV. Home of the one and only Ivan. George and Mac are out by the highway. I can see them through one of my windows. They are next to each other on tall wooden ladders leaning against the billboard that tells the cars to stop and visit the one and only Ivan, Mighty Silverback. George has a bucket and a long-handled broom. Mac has pieces of paper. He slaps one against the billboard. George dips the broom into the bucket. He wets the paper with the liquid from the bucket, and somehow the paper stays in place. They put up many pieces before they are done. When they climb down from the ladders, I see that they've added a picture of a little elephant to the billboard. The elephant has a lopsided smile. She's wearing a red hat, and her tail curls like a pig's. She doesn't look like Ruby. She doesn't even look like an elephant. I've only known Ruby one day, and I could have drawn her better. Art lesson. Ruby asks a lot of questions. She says, "Ivan, why is your tummy so big? And have you ever seen a green giraffe? And can you get me one of those pink clouds that the humans are eating?" When Ruby asks, "What is that on your wall?" I explain that it's a jungle. She says the flowers have no scent, and the waterfall has no water, and the trees have no roots. "Yeah, I'm aware of that," I say. "It's art, a picture made with paint." "Do you know how to make art?" Ruby asks. "Yes, I do," I say, and puff out my chest just a little. "I've always been an artist. I love drawing." "Why do you love it?" Ruby asks. I pause. I've never talked to anyone about this before. When I'm drawing a picture, I feel quiet inside. Ruby frowns. "Quiet is boring." Not always." Ruby scratches the back of her neck with her trunk. "What do you draw, anyway?" "Bananas, mostly. Things in my domain. My drawings sell at the gift store for $25 a piece, with a frame." "What's a frame?" Ruby asks. "What's $1? What's a gift store?" I close my eyes. I'm a little sleepy, Ruby. "Have you ever driven a truck?" Ruby asks. I don't answer. "Ivan," Ruby asks, "can Bob fly?" A memory flashes past, surprising me. Think of my father snoring peacefully under the sun, while I try every trick I know to wake him. Perhaps, I realize, he really wasn't such a sound sleeper after all. Treat. "How's that foot, old girl?" George asks Stella. Stella pokes her trunk between the bars. She inspects George's right shirt pocket for the treat that he brings her every night without fail. George doesn't always bring me treats. Stella's his favorite, but I don't mind. She's my favorite too. Stella sees that George's pocket is empty. She gives George a frustrated nudge with her trunk, and Julia giggles. Stella moves to George's left pocket and discovers a carrot. Nimbly, she removes it. Mac walks past. "Toilet's plugged up in the men's bathroom," he says. "Big mess." "I'll take care of it," George sighs. Mac turns to leave. Before you go, Mac," George says, "you might want to take a look at Stella's foot. I think it's infected again." "Darn thing never does heal up right." Mac rubs his eyes. "I'll keep an eye on it. money's tight, though. Can't be calling the vet every time she sneezes. George strokes Stella's trunk. She inspects his pocket one more time, just in case. Sorry, girl, George says as he watches Mac walk away.